mysterious 5-week disappearance. Experts will testify that
the handwriting is identical to that found in Mrs. McPherson's sermons.
And dozens of eyewitnesses will testify.
I saw the defendant with Kenneth Ormiston driving in a convertible in Carmel. She had on sunglasses and a scarf, but I'm pretty sure it's her.
I delivered the groceries to the cottage. A woman's voice asked me to leave the bags by the door. Sounded like Amy and me.
Mr. Ormiston, where were you during the 5-week period that Mrs. McPherson was missing?
I was keeping busy.
Busy doing what?
Mostly trying to stay out of the papers. All the publicity flying around was hardly good for my business.
Oh, for your marriage, isn't that true, Mr. Ormiston?
Yes.
Miss Shaver, isn't it true you knew all about Kenneth Ormiston and Mrs. McPherson?
No, sir.
Oh, come now, isn't it true she even called you from Carmel?
No, sir.
Isn't it true you've been protecting her all along out of some misguided loyalty to the woman who snatched you out of a brothel in Kansas City, Kansas?
No, sir. It was Kansas City, Missouri.
So, Mr. Ormiston, did you visit Carmel at any point during this time?
Yes.
Yes, and did you check into a bungalow in Carmel with a female companion under the names Mr. and Mrs. McIntyre?
Yes.
Yes, and was that female companion Amy Semple McPherson? Was it Amy Semple McPherson?
No.
Isn't it true, Mrs. McPherson, that your relationship with Kenneth Ormiston has been much more than professional for many months?
No, that is not true.
Then how do you explain this blue trunk, People's Exhibit D?
Your Honor, I object. The defense has no knowledge of this new evidence.
Mr. Kai.
Shipped to Kenneth Ormiston, which contains many articles of clothing and personal effects, including dry cleaning receipts, which can be directly traced to an establishment near your temple.
Well, this is obviously a costume for a circus performer.
Then why, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do we have a photograph of her wearing this exact dress?
Your Honor, I object.
Mr. Kais, I'm warning you.
We all know it's you that's been lying to this court. Objection! It's you that's been lying to the press.
Your Honor!
It's you that's been lying all your life. Isn't it lying?
Joe, but God doesn't work miracles through me anymore. We're gonna have to make one ourselves.
Amy, sister, please tell me you ain't talking about doing what we talked about doing.
It's wrong, Amy. What choice do I have, Mother? We either use the information we have, or I go to prison and the temple lies in ruins.
I cannot do what you're asking me.
I thought you told me there was nothing you wouldn't do for me, Mother. Haven't you?
You already know the answer to that.
God helps those who help themselves.
That's not in the Bible, Amy, and you know it.
No, but it should be. Do it.
Get me William Randolph Hearst. Tell him it's Minnie Kennedy.
Mrs. Kennedy, how nice to hear from you.
I don't think you'll feel that way when I tell you why I'm called, Mr. Hearst.
Try me.
I have information I doubt you'll want made public regarding that tragic incident on your yacht.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do. You found your mistress.
What mistress?
Marion Davies, and let's call it a compromising situation with Charlie Chaplin. So you tried to shoot Charlie in a jealous rage.
That's ridiculous.
But you missed, didn't you? And your bullet killed that movie producer, Thomas Ince.
This is
So you
outrageous.
headed off his family to keep it quiet, didn't you?
You will tell me who told you this.
No, I won't. You may think you own this town, but you can't buy the silence of everyone. Amy has friends in high places, too. Mr. Hearst.
What do you want?
I want you to use your influence in that courtroom, or Amy will have no choice but to go on a radio show and expose you for being the hypocrite your newspapers say she is.
That is blackmail.
I know! I'll have to ask God to forgive me.
What a pleasant surprise. Court must have lit out early today.
Yes, and I was wondering if I could have just a minute of your time.
Why, certainly. being searched?
Well, you see, Brother Bob, it's been driving me crazy trying to remember where I've seen you before.
Well, I've served in many churches in different cities for many years.
No, I wasn't much of a church till I met Sister.
The lecture circuit then?
No, I hate lectures.
Where are you from then?
Well, my folks are from New Orleans, but I ran into a little trouble years ago when I settled in Kansas City. I ran a little establishment there that was quite successful in its own right, if it's not too boastful for me to say.
Well, 30 years ago, I was pastor of the First Southern Baptist Church in Kansas City.
Yes, I know. And no offense, Brother Bob, but you're a whole different looking man than you used to be. See, I finally figured out where I've seen you before. You were quite the regular customer, but not a very generous tipper, as I recall.
Oh, you must have run Joe's Barbecue up on Broad Street.
No, but I surely did enjoy his ribs.
Hey!
Yes, sir. No, Brother Bob, I believe if you search your memory a little harder, you'll remember me as Madam Mama. And I remember you as Spank Me Bobby Bueller every Tuesday.
What are you talking about?
Oh, sure you do, Spanky. And you know what you're going to do now? You're going to stop your attacks on Sister in your pulpit and on your radio show. And you're going to make like a nice Christian pastor who's beyond reproach. And you're going to fix all the trouble your big mouth is causing.
I will not.
Or I will go to Mr. William Randolph first with this fascinating piece of information.
That black man.
I know! I'll have to ask God to forgive me.
When are you going to tell me what really happened?
I have told you, Mark, you just don't believe me.
Seems to me it's the jury that's got to believe you, Sister. Nobody else matters.
Except God. And he doesn't speak to me anymore. Ironic, isn't it? I've preached my whole life that he sets the captives free.
Amy, we all make mistakes. It's a person's whole life that defines them. What you leave behind is what will be remembered.
But even if I walk out of that courtroom a free woman tomorrow, all they're going to remember is the scandal.
That's right, if you give up now, but if you stand up and get back in that pulpit tonight and tell your story and finish the work we were born to do.
I'm tired, Mother. Any woman would be.
Yes, but you've never been just any woman.
What does it profit a man? What does it profit a woman? What does it profit anyone? What did it profit me? We were once as close as the stars are to the sky, you and I. But I let go of your hand here in this unholy land. I was splashed across the headlines, feted, praised, and flattered. I gained the whole world, but lost everything that mattered. We were once as close as our temple to the sky, you and I. But I proved untrue to you, as so many lovers do. I was smashed against the rocks and crashed, and everyone observed it, devoured by the press, and yes, I know now I deserved it. So here I stand before you, stained, ashamed, and shattered. For I gained the whole world, but I lost everything that mattered. Please, please speak to me again.
Sister, there's someone with me.
No,
No, now is a very good time.
This is Peggy Ray Wharton from West Virginia. Her family threw her out when...
Hello, Peggy Ray. Sister Amy. I can't believe it's you.
You've come such a long way.
Because I heard you taking girls under me. Oh, sister, I'm so ashamed.
No. God is bigger than